What's Gucci?
Hit me up my song. I'm just talking come for shy. I ain't giving anything you can come for shy. I got plenty things you make up run for.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade, and this is episode 3. I'm very excited. And like the last 2 episodes, this is a voiceover video. I'm gonna be chilling with you guys. I want you to grab your wine, relax with me. If you're in the kitchen cooking, if you're picking out your outfit for the next day, if you're on Sunday reset, whatever. That is the whole point of this video, so you guys can chill and vibe with me. I'm feeling very minimalistic today, so let's see how minimal this look becomes. Let's jump right into it, y'all. I'm ready. I don't really have any food with me today, y'all. I just have this fruit punch. Armand, bro. If she sees this, or if anybody watches her channel, like, bro, that was my first YouTuber. Like, she was the first person that I subscribed to. She was the first person that I got hooked onto watching. I don't know. And then she did the recreation series, and so I didn't want to copy that, but I wanted to do something similar because I enjoy doing makeup too. I can't do all the hair and stuff. That's not for me. But I do love doing makeup, and so I figured a way to help me grow would be to do a series. And so I don't know. I owe this to her. All right, y'all. So I decided that I don't want to, talk about my makeup anymore in these videos. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to become redundant, and I don't want that. I would rather come up with things to talk to you guys about. Now, honestly and truly, I don't know. I'm just going to tell you guys about, where I'm at with life, and maybe just, some of the things that I'm trying to accomplish for myself. And maybe you guys could leave in the comments something that you guys, a couple of topics that you guys would want to hear about or listen to my thoughts about in these videos, because I no longer want to just describe what makeup look I'm gonna do. I think this would be more beneficial, I guess, if there were specific topics that we could talk about. It could get real deep. We could talk about depression, or it could just be like I don't want to say surface level topic, but maybe something not as deep, like maybe something about ADD. That's something I know a little bit about. I could, share some insight about, I guess. I don't know. You guys let me know. But, yeah. This is why it took me so long to do this video, because look at me. I'm just watching my YouTube video as if I'm not supposed to be doing makeup right now. Anyways, as far as how life is going and just things that I am working on, I said this when I went to church the other day. I'm starting to notice that my goals are, when it comes to changing your habits and, really trying to do the work to become the best version of yourself, it's sometimes the changes can be intricate and detailed and very I don't want to say time consuming, but for lack of a better word, I'm learning, I used to struggle with keeping my room clean, and now I keep my room clean and it's effortless because I figured out what works for me as a person and as an individual, what habits work for me. And so, and that is keeping my room clean as I go, as opposed to allowing it to get past a certain point, because I know that I'm going to get overwhelmed if it gets any junkier, So now, I'm trying to wake up earlier. And, it's funny that I say that because I'm making this voiceover at probably 1 a.m. Literally exactly 1:01 a.m. Yeah, it's bad. But, I don't know. It's my routine. By the time I get out of the shower from getting home from the gym every day, I don't get home. I don't finish doing what I need to do until like 12 a.m. And I don't know, I've just noticed that's a pattern, so I don't know. But yeah, one of the things I'm working on is just trying to start my days a little earlier and be more productive. I'm also trying to lose fat on my body. I'm learning that changing my food habits and, being disciplined overall is just very hard to learn when you're so used to not having discipline in certain areas of your life. I feel like people need to know, like, just because you don't have discipline in one area of your life doesn't mean you're not going to have discipline in another. I don't feel like it just means, just because I can't resist a donut doesn't mean I just have complete, no self-control. So for me, I guess, I've always been an active person my whole life. I was in just about every sport you could think of. I tried, but theater ultimately, or singing and stuff like that, was more my speed. But, I realized that my food habits weren't the way that they should be. And, they say with health and stuff like that, that it's 20% working out and then it's 80% what you're eating. So I realized, I think this past year, 2023, that my issue was the discipline and consistency, right? I'm trying to be consistent in the gym, and I'm trying to keep going and showing up no matter how bad I feel, or no matter, how unmotivated I might feel. I have to go, right? That's not my issue. My issue is, I like to call it an addiction. I feel like it is an addiction. Sugar is an addiction. Carbs, it's something that you very much can be addicted to. And I feel like people should start viewing it as such, because it is so hard. When your mind is just mentally trying to choose something different. I've had to pray about this. I've had to pray to God, about my desires, and me figuring out, what works for me. And so, some of the things that I'm learning and that's helping me when it comes to my discipline and choosing better foods and things like that is just, number one, I started taking metabolism gummies. They're apple cider vinegar gummies, and the company is Ollie, by the way. But I take them, and I notice that when I take them, I don't have cravings. you know? And my cravings weren't as bad before, but it's like, you know, I feel like you get to a certain point when you don't practice self-control with your food. It's like you mindlessly, whenever you get bored or whenever you're feeling a certain type of emotion, you just run to food, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm getting over that habit, not running to food for things and allowing myself to just eat certain things whenever I'm feeling whatever, you know. Like, even tonight, like, I struggled with just eating a protein shake after my workout instead of eating, you know, a couple of Hawaiian rolls and some leftover ham as a sandwich. You know, I just and you guys are probably like, the ham was from Thanksgiving, by the way. But I'm saying the point is that decision for me was very hard because, number one, I wanted real food. I didn't want to drink a protein shake. And also that sounded really good, you know, like, I'm just being honest. But I chose to drink a protein shake, number one, because I needed the protein. I'm very much trying to increase my protein intake so that I can grow my muscles and, you know, lose fat and whatnot. And two, I noticed that in the past few months, when I don't eat sugar and, you know, anything crazy after my workout, because you're still burning fat after your workout. So it's like, I just noticed that I was losing more when I had a very clean meal, whether it be, you know, an actual cooked meal or whether it be a protein shake. I just noticed that I made a lot more progress when it came to fat burn or fat loss when I eat a clean meal after my workouts. And I typically work out at the end of the day because that's when it's best for me to get to the gym. That's when I see myself being the most consistent. And that's also something that I've noticed this year, and just, you know, overall with my growth and consistency is, you know, doing things that work best with my schedule. I still work full time, 9 to 5. And my job is pretty flexible, but it's still, you know, I have to show up and I have to be there and I have to spend my time on things at work, you know? So I have to fit my workout in there somewhere. And then on top of that, you know, I'm trying to grow this channel. So it's like, I've got to find time to edit. I've got to find time to work out. I've got to find time to go to work and actually work. And so all of that takes so much energy. And I feel like that's where my energy has been directed to this year is, you know, making those small changes and putting in effort to break my bad habits. And so that's why I say I've made so much progress, because I feel like in the beginning of 2023, I was stressed and I was just trying to figure out, you know, where I needed to be and how to handle certain things and just how to elevate myself, because I wasn't where I wanted to be. And I was finally improving mentally. And so, you know, I started realizing I want to work out. consistently, okay, now that I'm working out consistently, I can work on eating better foods and making better decisions. Okay, now that I'm making better decisions with my food, I want to start increasing my protein intake. We're working on that. And now we're trying to increase my cardio because I know that I need to do cardio to lose fat. And so all of that is within just my health goals, and just things that I've noticed and things that I feel like I'm growing with health-wise, I guess, and physically. Mentally, I'm growing my relationship with God. I feel like me and God are getting so much closer. I saw this video on Instagram and this guy was like, if you had the chance to ask God a question, what would you ask? And the guy said, I would ask him, does he know me? Because in the Bible says, when you get to heaven and on Judgment Day, and God says, I can't quote it, word for word, but I believe it goes, depart from me, I do not know you. Or, in the gist of it is that because you don't have a relationship with God. And so, that's all that he wants is a relationship with him. And so the guy asked, he said that he would ask God, do you know me? And that just kind of like, that just blew my mind, really, because it was just like, wow, like I would ask that question too, and so that's really what I've been working on, is just like my relationship with God. I've been working on, my bad habits just as a person. For example, I have a habit of like interrupting people when they talk. And it's not to be rude. It's just, and this is coming from a person with ADD, okay? I get very passionate about the conversations that I have. I've noticed that. Clearly you can see that. But there will be times when I'm having a conversation with someone and, they said something and I'm like, ooh, I want to say this in response to that. But you're interrupting the person before they've even finished speaking. And because your brain is moving so fast, you're just kind of like, ooh, let me say this. And then it's like, if you don't say it, you're going to forget it. So it's like you try to get it out and you're trying to say it before, you forget. But it's just like, you think that you've predicted what they're going to say, but it's like, you don't know what they're going to say until they say it. So it's like, I'm learning to not be so quick to speak. I'm learning to allow people to finish what they have to say before I give a response. I'm learning to listen to people, not passively, but actively. And what that looks like is, not listening to people to give a response, but listening to people to hear what they have to say. And after that, you develop a response to what they have to say. And this is just, a habit that I noticed that me personally, I would like to break, because I know it has nothing to do with other people. It's a bad habit that I have. And it's like, back to what I was saying about, these things being very intricate and detailed. It's like, this is just one habit that I've noticed, that I'm starting a journey of breaking bad habits and, just working on myself. I feel like this is what working on yourself looks like. And I feel like what I'm doing with you guys right now is just kind of breaking that down and giving you a very vulnerable, I feel like, a very transparent look inside of what that looks like for me. And I hope that this helps you guys. But yeah, I think that's all that I have, honestly. As far as, just everything that I've been working on, and I'm trying to help my parents out more around the house. I do stay home. So, just finding ways to because I'm very forgetful. And I feel like in general, that's not really a good trait to have, because overall it just kind of gives you're not dependable. And I don't like that. I don't like not being dependable. I want my parents to know that, hey, I can count on her to help out with these things, or to take this load off or this burden or whatever around the house, or just in life in general, with whatever I can help with. So that's also something that I'm working on, is remembering to do those things in the midst of remembering to do everything else. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to think of what else I'm working on. Oh, self-care. We can talk about self-care efforts. Yeah, exfoliating. That's so random. Okay. Real quick. I don't even put on lotion anymore. I love to use cocoa butter or shea butter, or, it just gives my skin a glow. And I don't know what it is, but that glow, alone just gives me a boost, in every way possible. So maybe you guys should try that. And my skin is very moisturized by doing that. So yeah, cocoa butter, all natural, 100% cocoa butter and shea butter. Use that because my skin just glows, and I love it. And then on top of that, I love perfume. So one of the things that I again got from Arnell Armand, she puts perfume on at night before she goes to bed. And so I started doing that, and I love it. It puts me in the mood. I smell good, I feel good, and it just, all of that plays a role into how I feel going to bed. And then, waking up is just, I feel like all of that is building a routine. Of course you brush your teeth, wash your face, floss, whatever, but it's getting up early enough to do all of those things so that you're not rushing, because when you're rushing, you're stressed because you're trying to get out of the house and be on time. That's also another thing that I'm struggling with, being on time for things. I suck at being on time for things. I am terrible at time management, and that is another thing that I just struggle with as a whole, and I'm still working on that. That's part of the reason why I want to get up earlier in the morning. I don't know. I feel like, I hope that me telling you all of these things that I'm struggling with helps you guys feel more at ease, because I know we're supposed to be relaxing, but it's I hope that it feels relatable in a way that maybe your maybe your issues don't feel so bad. I don't know. That's how I feel a lot of times. Like, I'll see reels on Instagram and some random lady will pop up just like, venting about whatever topic she's frustrated about. And I don't know, it's kind of like, I can relate to that. I feel you, girl. And I don't know, I wonder if this is gonna help you guys feel that way too. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That pink, I wasn't, or red or whatever, I don't know, I wasn't feeling that. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys find this not stressful, but relieving in a way. I hope that it helps you maybe understand some of the habits, or maybe, help you understand the process that you're in when it comes to just your personal growth, and know that it's going to take time. I feel like we always know that it's going to take time, but I don't feel like we talk about the details of like what's taking so long. Like, I don't know, I feel like if we talk about these things more, and on social media specifically, and not always talk about success, I don't know, or not always showing our success. Like, I'm starting to see a lot of us are becoming very vulnerable and allowing us to, share this side of our stories and things like that. And I think this needs to become a more popular thing, because I feel like that would, I guess, help with some of the stress that everyone feels, from trying to catch up with social media. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments what you thought of my conversation during this video. And let me know what you think of this makeup look, y'all. Clearly this wasn't minimal. Clearly this wasn't minimalistic. But honestly, I saw that I had eyeliner and I just went for it. I love the purple smoky eye. And I wasn't satisfied with the matte lip gloss. I love that bold lip with the gloss. I feel like that ate. You guys let me know what you think. You guys know you have to leave an emoji in the comments, because I need to know who my real ones are, I need to know who my real ones are. Who's watching to the end of these videos? Like, let me know. But here's the gloss look. I like this much, much better. This one was for me. I was okay with the matte, but the gloss just gave a little something extra. But yeah, y'all, that is the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope I'm seeing what's good to you guys in the next video. Bye.